It is expected that living labs contribute to innovation in a specific territory or activity. Thus far, we have been looking to features regarding planning, preparation and functioning of living labs. In this video, we will be looking to its expected outcomes in terms of innovation. Achieving measurable and objective results is very important to validate and legitimize a living lab's purpose and operations. Its results might be very diversified and sometimes even intangible, but it is vital to keep track of them. Naturally, outcomes are a consequence of the living lab's functioning and not something that can be achieved right from the start. However, when setting up pilot projects, it is important to understand what can come out of them, keeping track of what is relevant and building on that success. The living lab should be creating value both for its internal team and environment, as well as for its stakeholders and ultimately for consumers. It can be highly relevant for economic and technological progress. Living Labs results can include finished, ready-to-launch end-user products or services, but can also consist of high or low-fidelity prototypes, minimum viable products, patents, new knowledge or technology, or even usage models. Some of these results are tangible, while others are not. Some will require increased work for the protection of intellectual property rights, while others will mean different behaviors from producers, wholesalers, or consumers. Keeping track of these outcomes is the only way of choosing the projects that can make the difference and cause significant impacts in the economy and on the Living Labs activities. When analyzing what is coming from the Living Labs projects, but also when forecasts are being made, there are many details that should be considered. You should have in mind the quality and the nature of the project's objectives, sustainability, possible intellectual property rights issues, impacts in production lines and operations, potential for scalability, and the ability to respond to specific market needs. With all this in mind, the pilot projects in Livreur should be focusing on creating an innovation-driven work environment where users find not only the tools but also a mindset that is open to new ideas, new ways of facing the future, and that stimulates knowledge transfer and protection. Nevertheless, sustainability and circularity are two concepts that must be constantly attached to Livreur's pilot projects. The Livreur Toolbox has 6 tools that can facilitate the tracking and monitoring of the Living Labs innovation outcomes. Design thinking is designed for out-of-the-box problem solving, aligning human desires, technological feasibility, and economic validity. Evidence planning is a tool to help Living Lab users to understand the potential effects their projects might have on the future and who can benefit with them. Gap analysis is a technique that uses the assessment of the differences between the actual performance and the desired performance of an organization, product, or service to provide leads for its improvements. The life cycle assessment is aimed at determining the environmental impact of a product, process, or service in order to make it more sustainable. The Technology Readiness Level, or TRL, is a sophisticated system developed by NASA to estimate the technical maturity of a specific technology. And the Livreur Project Evaluation Tool is a criteria system that brings together a wide array of inputs to develop a comprehensive view on the sustainability of circular rural living labs. In what regards the case study we have been following until now, there are interesting challenges to be aware of. Tadinov's pilot living lab is just starting, which makes it difficult to understand what to be expecting, what will be working, and what will come out of it. However, the tools that we have been using in these videos have provided us a clear purpose for the Living Lab and a very good understanding of its context, including the need to be building added value to the milk supply chain and contribute to its differentiation. Therefore, we can use the LivRUR's project evaluation tool and work with it to identify possible innovation outcomes. The Azores team has filled in its pilot ID card, showing where the region should be improving according to the goals of the LivRUR project. It provides both objective and subjective leads, detailing the state of development of the pilot zone. The spiderweb graphic lets us quickly understand the situation. We can see that the pilot region has a very interesting context to support an open innovation ecosystem, especially in what regards social sustainability. However, there are some features that require some improvements so the region can be more aligned with the LivRUR's aims, namely resource and energy, product regeneration, multi-actors, openness, technologies, and innovation. Digging deeper into the ID tool's data, we understand that there are still important challenges to be addressed, which are related to innovation and production systems. Therefore, we can start to outline some of the potential innovation outcomes that are expected from the Azores Living Lab, including collaborative strategies for the dairy industry, biological dairy production, adoption of modern and smart technologies in the supply chain, new business models, new brands, better handling and processing techniques, increased milk quality, valorization of byproducts and waste like milk serum. Making these come to reality will be a measure of the Azores Living Lab's success. In this video series, we have used many tools from the LivRUR toolbox to structure a living lab and its functioning. On our last video, we will be looking to a specific roadmap on how to put the pilot living lab into action.